Hey Jags, welcome back to JAGcast. It's Cole Pinnock. Today I'm here with Mr. Barry. He's an instructor at CAC. Thank you for coming. How are you doing today?
My pleasure. Doing very well. Very well.
That's good. Could you tell us a little bit about what you do at CAC? What classes you teach?
Yes. I teach 3 classes. I teach digital media production, short film, and video podcasting.
And what are the contents of the classes? What do you do in there?
Well, the overall umbrella for all 3 classes is really storytelling. So it's just a different format, a different style. So when you're doing a video podcast, you're still telling a story. If you're creating a commercial, you're still telling a story. Obviously, film, you're telling a story. So digital media production, we're going to focus on corporate projects like for advertising agencies. Excuse me. Onboarding, promotional videos, things that revolve around a corporate environment. And then in video podcasting, we're going to explore the different types of podcasts that you can do, whether it's a podcast that's heavily into B-roll, or it's just one person is talking, or it's an interview like this, and how you conduct that interview. And finally, a short film, where throughout the semester you're going to create a short film, and along the way will be other projects to help you learn how to edit and how to write scripts and things of that nature.
How's the class structured? Like, is it more like hands-on projects? Is it more lectures, or is there like guest speakers that come in?
In all 3 classes, it's definitely hands-on. You're going to be using different types of equipment. You're going to have to know how to change lenses and what the depth of field and a bokeh and what that means instead of a bouquet.
Bouquet.
And so,
what's the definition of bokeh?
A bokeh is how the depth of field on a lens, how blurry the background is. If you want to really blurry background and focus on just the person, that can look cool, but can also be a little distracting.
Yeah.
But so you get to play with how much of a bouquet that you want.
Perfect.
But as far as the structure of the class, it's really hands-on, and the point of all 3 classes is I want you to dive in and start exploring, start experimenting. Take the camera equipment, see what you can do with it. Play with it and figure out, oh, this is cool, or I don't like this. And
it's like almost like a trial and error kind of thing.
Yes. And they found that in most instances, that's students learn their best. Lectures, I want you to kind of explore. There's times for lectures.
Yeah.
There's times for going over stuff.
Always.
But more times than not, it's just fun for you to explore and to see what you can figure out.
Especially with the cameras and stuff, I feel like it's easier to learn hands-on, being able to record and talk and all that stuff. I think it's better for the students to learn that way with the classes that you're teaching.
Oh, what do you think about editing? I feel the same way about editing.
Also editing, yeah. I mean, you can't just be like, this is how you edit, and then expect them to know everything. They kind of have to learn for themselves and ask questions and stuff, and dive into it themselves.
There's times that the students will learn a different way of doing something that I haven't. And it's like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So I'm still learning as well, because there's upgrades and it's always evolving.
Yeah, because I've learned a couple things also just from looking around myself, messing with stuff, looking at like the transition and the effects. It's fun. Will the class cover more of the technical aspects of stuff, or is it more like the creative production, like storytelling kind of vibe?
A little of both. I want you to be as creative as possible, but you still have to have certain parameters, especially if you like digital media production. You have to realize you have a client, and that client has specific goals and expectations. Like when we worked on Community Unity, that promo.
I made the Community Unity video, by the way.
Yes, he did, and he did exceptionally well, and I will never hear the end of it. You get that out.
No, I'm keeping that in.
Because you had a lot of questions about what.
I was so lost.
But when we're like, well, can I do this? Can I do that? Can I do this? And I was like, remember, this is
my video.
It's your video, but at the same time, you have responsibility to the client, which was, the corporate offices. They have a certain way they want things done.
Yeah, so I had to follow that, but also I wanted to try new things. I mean, the whole video was a new idea.
But you did a great job.
Project.
It looked good.
Thank you very much.
So it's a little bit of both. I think you have a lot more freedom when you're doing a short film, because the target audience is who you choose it to be. You know, who are you trying to reach, who you're trying to communicate, and you won't be limited as far as what you can and can't do. But video podcasting, you just have to be aware of your audience and your client.
That too, yeah. How are the classes going so far?
So far, so good. It's going very well.
That's good.
And I'm constantly learning too. This is my first year of teaching.
Yeah.
And it's a blast. I feel very fortunate to have the opportunity to do this.
That's good. Yeah. Like, what type of students do you expect or almost like want to take the
that's
class?
an excellent question, because traditionally I would want to have Mr. Marble's class and Mr. Grigsby's class. Yeah. Somebody has a little bit of experience with editing to come in. But what I'm finding out that there are those situations that there are students who maybe they don't want to be in front of the camera too much, but they want to be behind the camera.
Yeah.
They want to edit, but they don't want to, be on camera.
Yeah.
And then there are students who they don't want to be, behind. Yeah, they don't want to edit, but they actually have a real good opportunity to show their presence.
Yeah.
And I think they do an excellent job. So I'm trying to figure that one out, because I would like to have scenarios where maybe somebody just wants to be on camera, and that's their calling, and they're good at it, but they don't like to edit. And in the real world, CIC is supposed to be real world scenarios. That's what would happen. I mean, there's a lot of times that somebody would be on camera and then somebody else would edit it. Now they might be involved. Don't use that shot, use this shot. But I'm looking for those kind of situations too.
It's almost like a variety of different people.
Yeah, it'd be kind of, I think that'd be fun.
Yeah.
I don't want to limit anybody who's trying to explore certain situations, the opportunities they want to go off to in life.
Because it is the first year, so it's a whole learning process, not only for you, not only for the students, but also for you.
Yes.
Which is very big.
It's a challenge, but it's fun.
Those are all the questions I had for you today. Thank you so much for coming in.
My pleasure.
I appreciate it.
And if any of you have any desire whatsoever to find out more information about this, please contact Andy Mayfield. He's the director at CIC, and he can help you get in the path to see what kind of courses, not just mine, but the other courses as well that offer at CIC.
They are all also on the course book. I think all the CIC classes are on our course book. There's a section for them. I checked like last week.